Hey YouTube, this is part 2 of the Kourtney, Travis Barker, Shauna Mogler, and Scott Disick reading. This is part 2. If you would like your own personal reading, contact me at intuitiveretta@gmail.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and comment below. Okay, so we're going to go into Scott. So, what's Scott's strength and weakness? His strength, his weakness. Okay, let's see. What does Scott think about this engagement? Okay, his strength and his weakness. Okay, so his strength is that he always tried to make him. I think he had a lot of problems. I don't know. I know he was the only kid, and I know he loved his parents, and both his parents died. But I think that when he was little, he didn't want to be seen. I don't know if his mother and father had, an abusive relationship or, or what type of relationship that they had. But when he was young, he kind of brought that in, was that he didn't make his needs known. His thing is to kind of meek and to be meek and not seen, and that kind of went into, his adulthood, where he didn't really speak his mind. He held a lot in. He didn't want to ruffle feathers, Maybe that's why he drank and stuff a lot. Because that was his way of stuff that he held in was able to come out. And in order to forget these things, the drinking, you're invincible, because he felt small. And he didn't feel strong without that stuff. His weakness is grief and anger. Remember I said he doesn't like going to bed alone. He doesn't like sleeping alone. He doesn't like sleeping alone. And I think I used to watch it. Was I watching it in the early years? Keep It Up. I think my daughter had me watching it. And I remember when the show first came out, wasn't he always basically begging Kourtney, for affection and this and that, and he wasn't really getting it, because mind you, she mommed him, she wasn't feeling like an equal in the relationship, because she was 4. He was young mentally. He was younger than her. Remember, 25 is when a young man, his full brain forms. Right? But they're still very immature. So she wasn't looking at him as an equal. And she probably always looked down on him. And which he was used to that. He was always used to being small, not to be seen, not to wave any feathers. And he didn't like, he was always grief and anger. And I think even now he's still in grief of their relationship ending. His parents, he's never got over this grief and anger that he has, and he doesn't like to, he's not able to let this stuff go. He needs some intense counseling, and he doesn't like to go to bed alone. So I think a lot of that time when Kourtney wasn't paying him any attention, maybe he was, sleeping around, because he doesn't like to go to bed alone. He's like these young girls, maybe that's why. Because he's doing exactly kind of what Kourtney was to him with these young girls. He's dating these younger women because he can feel like the big man, because in the relationship with Kourtney, he didn't feel that. So, what does he think about this relationship? He thought it was like passion, sex. He didn't think, he thinks it's all about like passion and sex. So he's feeling like the same thing. They have like kind of the same energy as, you know, because they were together when they were young. And like I said, this is that give and take. This is that nostalgia card, but you know, she pulled away from him. He knows it's sex. He's hoping that she had good sex and good passion. You know, for the last, I think he kind of thought that they were going to get married. I think he wanted to marry her, but I also think that in the last year, he thought that she was going towards marriage. Like, she wanted to be married. He thinks that the spotlight's on them, that things aren't quite as what they seem. There's a lot of disillusions. He thinks they came together for a reason, but he also thinks there's a lot of sex. You know? He's thinking it's money and stuff. He's sad about it. He's sad about it. He's kind of confused about it. He doesn't really know what to do with it. I don't see this big anger that everybody's saying about it. I think that, you know, he feels like she's his. You know, he does feel like she's his. You know, they had a lot of passion and love in their relationship, and he thought for like, you know, the last 8 months or so. How long has she been with him that, you know, he's fighting for his, like, to his family, because he's feeling like, that's my family, and that this is going too fast. And I don't think him and Travis get along so well. But I also think that he's like, I tried to show you, I tried to do things, and, you know, you didn't appreciate, or like, I tried to, you know, be more supportive of doing things for you and stuff like that. So let's see. I want to see. Okay, I want to see what was the best part of Scott and Kourtney's relationship and the worst. The best part and the worst. The best part, they learned a lot. You see that these two kind of got the same cards? The worst of it is that they both were in some type of pain, and their pain transcended into physical pain. So they learned a lot, you know, from their relationship. But like, let's say a lot of women, some women that have like really bad menstrual pain, is that there's something painful in their past that they're holding on to, and it has to come out some way. If you don't deal with it emotionally and psychologically, and you try to ignore it, the pain comes out in other areas. And I think that she had a lot of pain also that she didn't release. And maybe him too. Okay, I want to see their relationship. Okay, how their relationship is. Okay, things are good between them both. Let's see. For Kourtney Kourtney's the mother of, you know, the kids, whatever. Their relationship is good. He feels like that's his family. He's always trying to find ways to provide and take care of. What does Kourtney want from Scott? She wants him to stop focusing maybe on the, like, stop focusing maybe on the, I'm thinking the kid, like, even though he's the father, he's supposed to focus on the kids, but, or how he's focusing on too much that's in front of him and not, like, getting the message that's coming in or the things that are coming in. What does he want from her? He wanted to marry her. I think he might have even asked her like a year ago that we don't know to marry him. Because I seen that a year ago. Remember I said I seen that card like a year. I think he wanted to marry her. I think that he looked at her as his wife. She does want more kids. He had a hard time balancing things. He's having a hard time balancing things. The end of the relationship, he's having a hard time. He was trying to do things, you know. I think he thinks this came out the blue. I think he thinks there's a lot of illusions going on in this relationship, a lot of things that are hidden in this relationship. He hopes that it does. I think that I'm worried about the kid. Remember I said with Travis and her, they're both in their fertile right now. They're both fertile. She's fertile all the time, and he's fertile this year. I think he's worried about kids, but I think that he always thought that they could get back together and have that family. He's hoping that they're just talking to be talking, that it doesn't, that this is all like for publicity, that, you know, everything is like, this is just part of give and take in their, you know, business relationship, that it's not going to get there, that they're just talking to talk. Okay, so now let's go, we're going to look into, so I don't see this devastation that both of them feel. Like they're saying, you know, I think Shannon thinks that it's a money thing. I think he thinks that, you know, Scott thinks it's a sexual thing and he wanted to marry her and he's hoping that it doesn't, you know, amount to nothing. So let's just see their relationship. Okay. Let's see. We're doing Travis and Kourtney. Because her idea, an empress wants to be married and have children. And likes to be spoiled. What's good about their relationship and what's bad about their relationship? Okay, Travis. Travis and Kourtney. Let me see. I don't really like that deck too much. Let's see. Okay. I wanted to do this. Okay. The strength. The weakness. Okay, the strength of their relationship is this card is upside down. Like I said, most of them are up. So this was a card of surrender, but it's upside down. So that neither one of them are surrendering. So neither one of them are giving in. The strength of them is they're both strong. And the weakness is that their weakness in their relationship is their self, their idea of self. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're remember I said she's in a bad place. This is her hermit year. Her year of her wanting to isolate herself, go inwards, kind of depression. And so is like the rest of Shannon and what do you call it? So the selfhood, that's the part. I think they are too worried about what people think of them. At this age, you would think that they would know who they are, but they're not thinking of their selfhood, or maybe in this relationship, they've kind of lost their selfhood. We'll see. Intuition. So there's some type of spiritual connection for both of them. There's some type of spiritual connection. Let's see. Where's their relationship at? Okay. See? This is money. So this is the middle of their relationship is money. Let's see about her. She does love him. Let's see about him. It's money. It's money. Give and take money. Money. Hers is love. What does she want from him? She wants him to I don't think he's much of a talker. And I think she needs that type of talk, and she needs the words along with the actions. You know, because you see this thing like action, and then the words. I think she needs more than just words. She needs words and actions, and that's what she wants from him. What does he want from her? He wants from her competition. What does he want from her is competition. Does he want her to fight for him? Is he using her to make a competition for someone else? What the hell's going on? Let's see. 5 of Cups, broken-hearted, depression. 9 of Coins. This is about money for him. He's making some money. But there's also heartbreak. I think he's still heartbreaking over his family. I'm seeing Shannon. He's still heartbroken. There's still something going on, heartbroken, between Shanna. Remember I said they were still sleeping together. They had a physical relationship. I'm worried. I hope Kourtney doesn't get pregnant by him. But Two of Wands coming together. A lot of stress, self-imprisonment, Chariot, the Emperor, the Magician. I don't think this relationship is I think this relationship might last another 10 months. I think this was a way to reinvent himself. I think it's very material. I think that there's another man in her life. I don't know who that man is. I think she finds him very sexual, but he's more business. I think she's very sexually attracted to Travis. I think she's more emotionally. I think she's going to be heartbroken, or she's going to feel it when this ends. Because I think she's more into him than he's into her. I think he still loves Shannon. And no wonder she left and said, because I think they've always messed around. whether she has a boyfriend, this and that. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, go below and find out. I think that she's more into him than he's into her. I think it's very materialistic for him. Business. I think he's still broken over his relationship or his wife, Sean, and stuff like that. Even though they said they haven't been together for years, but I think they've been together. All right, that's the end. Talk to you guys later. Bye.